The body cam footage, real crime stories, shoplifter's gun, jams trying to shoot police officer. Yeah, again, that officer has an angel on his shoulder to be protected in this way. An absolute angel on his shoulder. But the fact that people actually think that they can, we really need to bring back capital punishment. We need to be harder on it. We need to really just remove the scourge of the worst of the worst. And I understand, like, there are accidents, like if you look at like the UK where the man was assaulted and then the officer started to arrest him after he had just been assaulted, and then he punches the officers by accident. I can understand how that's a mistake, even though he shouldn't have been arrested in the first place, and it was the group of people assaulting him that should have been arrested. But, you know, the UK, immigrants or anyone that isn't white is deemed as a better citizen. But yeah, it's just, we really need to bring back treating everyone as equal. The fact that we aren't harsh on these people, that they don't believe that anything will be done to them. Like, how many people, it's like catch and release. It's like fishing at this point. They catch one person. After they caught him, they're like, all right, you can go. We'll catch you again next week. They know the fish's name. They know where the fish constantly likes to congregate. They know the best bait for the fish. They know, like, they know the weight, the size, everything of the fish, because they've always caught that same fish. Until the fish ends up swallowing a baby. In reference to that, it's like the stabbing on the bus in New York, or the stabbing on the, I think it was a stabbing on the bus, and the burning on the subway. That happened. Like, where it gets to that point in the United States of America. Like, no more catch and release, no more fishing for convicts. Catch them and either put them in a fish tank or butcher them for dinner. That's all you do with fishes. No catch and release anymore. No catch and release anymore. You butcher them or you put them in a fish tank. Fish tank being jail, butchering being, well, capital punishment.
Under the seat.
On December 18th, 2025, officers with the Canton Police Department were dispatched to a Walmart on Atlantic Boulevard Northeast in Canton following a reported theft in progress. At the time of the call, officers had no indication that what began as a routine shoplifting investigation was about to turn into a life or death encounter.
Hi, sir. Let's go. Come on. This way, guys. Come on, guys. We're gonna go. In here, guys. How do we have to go in? Come on. 'Cause that's what it is. Have a seat. You got anything on you I need to know about? Why'd your hand in your pocket?
Not cold.
I'm gonna pat you down real quick, alright?
That's cool.
Nothing on you was gonna poke me?
No. Could be legal. It's just, yeah. Just take them out, didn't you?
Okay, go ahead, seat. Nothing on you that I need to know about?
I do have this, this stolen bag.
What's in there?
They don't pay for the card. Yeah.
Go ahead and see for me.
Is that it? Is it really on him?
Go ahead and see for me. Anything else in there I should know about, my man?
After arriving at the store, officers made their way into the loss prevention office, where two suspects were being detained for allegedly stealing merchandise. One of them was 21-year-old Shane Charles Lamar Newman. The situation appeared calm, controlled, and exactly how hundreds of theft investigations usually begin. But within seconds, that calm would vanish.
Oh, I wish I could hear what he was saying. I really wish I could hear what he's saying. He's...
Ma'am, what's your social? Katarina?
Right.
What's your social, ma'am? Yep.
I think at the last a few digits of his social was 547.
What's your name?
What's up?
What's your name?
Xavier.
Xavier what?
How do you know that?
Because, my man, if you don't cooperate, I'm gonna put you in handcuffs.
Xavier Rose. I'll give you my real social.
I figured that was not right.
301.
Thank you for...
There we go. That's why they didn't bother removing it.
Now, something crazy happened. It's 193. I got 2 SSNs. When you're ready.
Go ahead.
I was ordered not to steal, bro.
You did it too, so it really wasn't her. You watched
You
me walk
did
over
it
and
too.
put item in the bag off the shelf.
The thing is, if he can push the blame on her, then she's not. He's innocent. He's innocent at that point, so they don't have to run his information or anything. He's obviously got a record. There's probably something about him. There's probably a warrant out for his arrest or something. Like, it's funny that I remember a few times being like in the car with my mother, and she's like off duty. We're just driving through town. Maybe we went to Costco or something, and we're driving, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, she turns the car around, starts following a vehicle, and she's all, I just saw a wanted parolee. I'm gonna follow him, and then I'm gonna call it in. We follow the parolee, his car, as she's calling the cops. Like, she wouldn't dial 911. She'd actually like call the I think it was the gang task force or something, and she'd call them personally and be like, hey, I'm following what's in whatsoever. He's on whatever street going down going southbound. He's got his blinker on, we're about to turn left, what looks like whatever road. And then it's just like, I remember that. And then she'd wait at the house, and then as soon as she'd know that everything's taken care of, we'd go home. But there were a few times. I mean, there was once where we did like a stakeout near a laundromat. Me, my 4 brothers, with my parents, with my 4 brothers, as she's doing a stakeout. We're all in a minivan, just watching this laundromat. I don't remember anything happening that night. I think we all fell asleep in the van because it was like 10 at night, and that was a lot for us on a Friday night. 10 at night. And yeah, I just remember, I don't remember anything happening. I remember us all watching the laundromat, but I don't remember anything more than that. But then again, it felt like hours. We sat there watching it, but it could have been like 10 minutes before I passed out. But yeah, it's funny how these people, my mother would always find them and then be like, all right, I got to call them in. These people need to be arrested. They need to be detained.
5550.
He pulled it out.
Hey, no! No, shit, no.
Yeah, you knock him out.
Without warning, Newman turned his body, reached into a pouch, and pulled out a handgun. He raised the weapon and aimed it directly at the officer at point-blank range. In that moment, the officer had no time to react and no cover to...
That other that person's a mall cop. The fact that he jumped in. Props to him. We need more people like that. That are just gonna get involved and make sure that someone's gonna get taken out. The problem's getting taken out.
Point-blank range. In that moment, the officer had no time to react and no cover to retreat to. What happened next would be the only reason he survived. The gun failed to fire.
Give us your hands now.
See, the thing is, if I'm the mall cop, I'm breaking that person's leg. I don't care. I don't care. It's just like that person pulled a gun on an officer. Why are we going to treat him with respect? He tried to kill somebody. He's a wild animal that doesn't belong in society. The only, he doesn't deserve to be re-released into society. He doesn't. The only thing that stayed his hand from being a murderer and killing an officer at that point in time was the gun jammed. So with that in mind, I believe he should get a death sentence. That's honestly how I feel. He had no remorse. He didn't care about the people around him. He didn't care about if anyone else got hurt. He had no care for anyone but himself. The only thing that stayed his hand was the fact that the gun jammed. So if you put that, like, just imagine if the gun didn't jam. Yeah, it'd be a massive, massive thing. So that's why you push for the death penalty. He has no remorse, doesn't care, had no problem shooting a firearm inside of a building. Now, if it turns out like the whole thing's a pellet gun, still, you should never pull that on an officer. You should never pull that on an officer. But yeah, it's just, it changes it to like, okay, he was being retarded. He pulled a pellet gun, which looked kind of real, out on an officer, just trying to spook him so he could run away probably. But since that's all it was, he's just gonna get probably 30 years in prison. Not a life sentence, not on death row, but he's gonna get 30 years in prison. I can understand that. I can understand that because if you're a retard, you and you do something that stupid, you kind of do deserve to be locked away for a bit. Maybe you can get a degree while in prison. I know there are a lot that do. Do not
touch anything. Well, no, there's 60 units.
I gotta say, I love his shirt. I got to say, I love his shirt. Not today, Karen.
193, also 76. I'm secure right now. It's 76.
If you have to touch it, you don't have to dig me up like that. Good?
Yeah.
Why'd they blur it? The only thing that makes sense as to why they blurred that image right there is that second officer that came in after the fact is maybe an undercover officer. Maybe he's in deep right now. So they can't show his face to the world, so they blank it out because maybe he got put on assignment. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
She with him? Yeah. You don't have anything on you, right? Guns over there. Good? Yeah. He was real close to the shot. Do you want your cruiser? Yes.
That's my stuff.
We'll get it. We'll get it. It is? Good. All right, let's get it in the mouth so we can talk. Let's go.
As Newman attempted to manipulate the weapon, a Walmart loss prevention employee lunged forward, grabbing the firearm and tackling Newman to the ground.
Hero. You don't normally see that. Like the place I worked had somebody that didn't have the body to even well, they were what's a polite way of saying it? They were a pork bun. They were a pork bun. You know, they were big. Yeah, there was no way they were stopping that. They would have run and cowered in the corner. There's something instinctive in those that, like, again, this guy would probably be a great soldier, a great officer. He has the mindset for it. And it's rare to find people that actually have the mindset to protect. They have the instinct to jump on a grenade to protect others. They have the instinct to, they see a gun, they're running in to try and disarm the threat. It is rare. It is incredibly rare, especially this day and age. So the fact that I'm seeing it from a Walmart loss prevention guy, highly respectable. Highly respectable.
A brief but violent struggle followed as officers moved in, disarming Newman and placing him in handcuffs before he could attempt to fire again. What should have been a minor theft stop had nearly become a fatal inside a crowded store.
This is something I want PCI for, but I mean, there's no evidence really, but
I mean, it's attempted murder.
it is attempted. He would have got me. For sure. For a simple, well, he had a warrant that he tried to lie about.
Yep. I knew it. He had a warrant. He had a warrant.
Yeah.
You have a laser on it? When you pulled it out?
Oh, yeah.
Did it
Yeah.
shine that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that was the first thing I saw.
They're nice loaded.
But he racked it. He like pulled the trigger with the racket. Conrad like came over because I got up and I was like this. Conrad's on, like, get off of him, but then the kid gave up. I must call. He got struck a couple times, but I don't think he had his head covered. What's happened? He pointed right at my face and pulled the trigger. Under the seat. Hold on. Who all was in here? All of us. Well, it was 3 APME. You're out, so we'll do the investigation. Where are they at? Still out of there.
As officers secured Newman, a second suspect, later identified as Katerina Dawn Jeffrey, was escorted from the office. During a pat-down search, officers located ammunition on her person, along with multiple cell phones. Investigators would later determine that both the suspects were prohibited from possessing weapons, making the presence of both the firearm and ammunition even more alarming.
No, he ended up dropping it because he went to rack it. As he racked it, Conrad tackled him and it fell down. Yeah.
Give him applause. Give him applause.
Just make sure nobody leaves. Sarge, I don't know if you want the DV out here for this. 52 for theft. I'm in here, the cooperative. He's being kind of weird, but he hands me that full pills. Okay. So I do pat him down, but I didn't get his pouch that he had. So as I'm sitting there, he lies about his name, finally tells me his name. Inquiry just told me he's got entered 81. So he's armed and dangerous. As soon as he does that, he pulls the gun out, puts it on my head, pulls the trigger, doesn't go off. Conrad comes over here to tackle him. I draw. He ends up giving up. I couldn't take a shot because Conrad was on him, but the gun's over there.
Okay. Leave. I think they have the suspect.
Yeah, there's two suspects.
Okay, you guys run out. Start getting, you got the team now. Get running all her stuff. Let's get her Form 8 going and get her out the county.
Her charge is going to be theft.
That's all. I was going to release it. That was the thing. Like, it was just going to be a summons.
Did she do anything during all this?
I mean, not the
Just the theft, right?
Yeah.
She has
So
two.
we can get her in cutter. Like, get her.
Do you want?
She has two bullets.
Make sure she's not under disability. If she is here with that,
Do you want DB to interview her though?
You know what? Yeah.
ID's already coming.
Yeah. At that point, you have to go, you have to escalate the whole thing. You have to escalate the whole thing. And it's funny because a lot of officers have no problem just giving people a warning. The sad thing is, a lot of them are there to placate the civilized population and let them know that they're being protected. They normally get people away with warnings. There are a lot of people that get away with warnings, just like there's a lot of the catch and release of these fishes, instead of just putting them in boxes, because they don't want to deal with the paperwork and they'd rather just scare someone who might be a first-time offender. It's easier to scare them than to actually, ruin someone's life. And the officers don't want to ruin someone's life. And the funny thing is I'm of the belief that officers don't ruin people's lives. People ruin their own lives by literally putting themselves in situations where officers need to get involved. At least in like 90% of cases. In 90%. It's probably more like 95, but after a lot of the stuff I've seen come out of Utah, I'm like, okay, maybe we got one bad state. But yeah, it's just like most of the time, it's just like, just don't do dumb stuff. Don't steal. Don't pull out a firearm and aim it at random people. Don't be swinging a blade in public. Just use common sense. Just use common sense. And a lot of times, if you do something stupid, like maybe you're speeding, maybe you steal a candy bar, they'll give you a warning, and that's it. That's it.
With both the suspects in custody, officers began piecing together just how close they had come to tragedy. Newman was found to be in possession of a controlled substance, and the handgun he attempted to use was confirmed to be functional. Its malfunction was the only thing that prevented a fatal outcome. The officer involved immediately requested backup as the gravity of the incident became clear.
You want me to stay here and hold the office?
Yeah, for right now. You good?
I'm good. He did get struck a couple times with my fist.
That's fine. That's, I mean, the fact that that's there and
Yeah.
did you
It's like, because you have to let him know. Yes, he was disarmed, and I struck him a few times. I mean, it's in the heat of the moment. You don't know what else he has. You don't know what else he has. The officer has no clue what else he has. He's lost one firearm. You don't know if he's got knives. You don't know if he has another gun. You have no clue. If you can grab his arms, if you can strike him in order to, and hitting his head is a good spot, because you can, knock him a bit loose, so that way they can't get full motor control if you hit him correctly. But yeah, that I makes perfect sense. Sure, you disarmed him, but how do you know that there's anything else? You just did a soft pat down. You left his pouch untouched. There could be more weapons.
It just come out
Came out when it fell.
Okay, so he probably didn't have it seated, hence the jam. And
Who is he?
Shane Newman. He doesn't have. I didn't get hear what his warrants for.
I've arrested him.
nothing serious.
Yeah. You know what? I arrested him. He had 237 bromazine pills. I got him a draft and he went to prison. Yep, those ones though. Those are actually maybe
Zannies.
no.
Fentanyl.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was selling when I pulled him over with that girl. Or it was a different girl. The girl was real skinny. He had 237 of them. Did he have a gun too? No, he just had a pill.
He's got prior illegal conveyance of weapon or conveyance in a detention facility. That alone makes him under disability.
Well, I mean, I think his claim's going to be attempted murder of him.
Well, yeah, but if I can also, I'm going to call GAMS because if we can put anything federally on him too, we'll go back.
An attempt on an officer's life, they'll throw the book at you and more. Of course, it's in the hand of the courts to actually see if it goes through, which honestly the courts are way too lenient.
So, you got witness statements?
Maybe in my car.
I mean, I'm going to get those. Who all in LP was in here with you?
All three of them.
All three.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get witness statements
These
for them.
two, and then Jesse went to the back real quick.
Just the,
Yeah, the fact that he's pacing just lets you know that he's still kind of like, that's why the sergeant was asking. It's like, hey, do you want to go? Do you feel like you can stay? Like you want to breathe? Or like he's just pacing. He's pacing, but he's still struck with the adrenaline of the whole thing.
if DP's coming out, they may want a video interview.
Well, we can do all of the above. I'd rather have more statements than not enough.
Yeah.
He might have it in his pocket.
Oh, I think it's my bad.
Oh, it is. Shit.
Just a boy.
Who are the witnesses?
They're in the cash office.
Okay, where's that?
If you go to like customer service, they'll show you.
I just got to get their information.
I can give you all the info. They'll all be in back already. It's Conrad Hero. Actually, you gotta go up there. I don't know if you guys see his last name.
I don't remember.
There's, yeah. All right, here, he's coming with you. So he can walk you through. I'm happy you're all right.
Oh, it would have been my life.
All right.
I mean, he pointed right at my face. Look at that.
Following the arrest, Newman was transported for further processing, where the investigation continued. In the end, Shane Newman was charged with attempted murder, felonious assault on a peace officer, having weapons under disability, robbery, and possession of drugs. Katerina Jeffrey was also taken into custody on related charges. What began as suspected shoplifting ended as a near-fatal encounter, one that left officers, employees, and investigators confronting just how close this incident came to becoming a tragedy.
Holy crap. Holy crap. And that's the thing. I think with that, he had every intent to take the officer's life. Take his life. Take his life. We don't need him in society. Plus, he's already been in jail before for selling drugs. He's selling fentanyl. He's selling, like, yeah, he's had his chances plus some. He's had his warnings plus some. And I hate this nonsense of like, oh, well, he was probably raised from a poor community. He probably grew up in this. No. If you're an adult, you should act like an adult. You should be an adult, and you should know that there are consequences to your actions. I hate all this placating nonsense for these evil people. I hate all of it. It's like, these people need to be taught a lesson. How do you teach them a lesson? Well, you throw them in gosh dang prison for a long stint, or if they try to take somebody's life or do take somebody's life, you remove them from playing this game we call life. That's another way of saying it, I guess. That's another way of saying it. Oh my gosh, that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. That officer was so lucky. That officer literally had an angel on his shoulders. That's angel on his shoulders. I think I said it correctly. Yeah, that was just amazing. That was amazing. Freaking insane. Freaking insane.
You guys got a video? It's so bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait, on that.